Welcome to Kletus Ray's Roadside Service. What's going on, everybody? We're rolling through the middle of Kansas. Last night was interesting. Tell you what, last night was interesting. That guy got really fucking close to me. We had a lot of we there's two big ass storms rolling across Kansas. I didn't have to deal with any of them, but they were headed straight for my house. And there were multiple tornadoes that had popped up in those storms. I know Ottawa got hit, Pleasanton got hit, and I don't know. It was kind of late, so I just after after I realized it wasn't going to be a big deal for my house, I kind of went to bed, but quit tracking. I guess there was a earthquake in Reno last night, a 5 point something magnitude is what I heard. All right, we're gonna have to pull this wind shade down. I can't see it. Fucking God damn, bright as fuck out there. Yeah. So I was up all night. I was watching my wife. She's like, I was like, "Where are you at?" She's like, "We're on our way home." I was like, "Oh God." She's like, "What?" I was like, "You are. If you're on your way home right now, like you should have just stayed where the fuck you were for like another hour. You shouldn't have been going home right now." Because you're gonna drive right in. She's like, "No, it's fine now." I'm like, "Babe, you're not looking at the radar. You're not looking at the radar. I'm looking at the radar. I'm telling you, if you go that way home, you're gonna be driving in the fucking like the red zone of the storm for a while. You need to go a different way, and you might be able to get ahead of the storm or whatever. But if you go the other way, you're gonna be driving right in the fucking." She's like, "No, it's fine outside. I can see the sky." I'm like, "Lady, bro, stop. Go a different way." Anyways, they got home and they did go in the basement. There weren't sirens going off, but I did notice that was kind of a weird thing. Just me watching. There's a live stream guy, Ryan Hall, y'all, and I got his WeatherWise app also, and he live streams all these storms and everything. And there were several storms where they're calling it a tornado before the National Weather Service, before they're doing anything about it. Like there was a couple that there weren't even warnings going out, and they were like, "There's a tornado on the ground right now." And then of course the National Weather Service, I feel like they're watching him, and they're like, "Oh shit, yeah, we should put something there." It's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? There's a tornado on the ground in Pleasanton, Kansas, and you guys they're just like, yeah, this one is not, there are no alarms going off. There's nothing going on here. You guys should get in shelter, though, because this is not a good spot. Uh, the Ryan Hall, y'all, which, I kind of wish you would, I don't know. That's just the name of it. That's what's been the name of it the whole time. But, anyways, Ryan Hall, meteorologist, and Andy Hill, and all of the storm watchers and whatnot, they're good. They are ahead of the times. They're doing a really good job. Anyways, yeah, there were several tornadoes. I know there's one in Ottawa, and actually, Ottawa is the town that I turn in to whenever I do this route. I drive over whatever that fucking road is into Ottawa, and then I hit 35 South. And yeah, I guess they got hit by a pretty decent tornado last night. I won't be going that direction today because they want me to bring this fucking truck in to do a windshield swap. It's really fucking up my whole timeline of what I want things to be done in, but There's a tiny little rock chip, right? I guess it's right there. Actually, that's a drop of water. I don't know where the fucking rock chip is. But the guy that drove this truck before me decided he needed to write up all kinds of shit for this fucking truck. And the rock chip in the windshield, yeah, write it up. But do we got to take care of it right now? Like, it's not a big deal. It's not a crack across my windshield. It's not even near where I fucking look. It's down at the bottom by the windshield wiper, and it's a tiny little fucking chip. Seems like, you're gonna replace the windshield for that. Like, how about we just let it crack a little bit? How about we hold on to it for a little bit? If it becomes something noticeable, then yeah, maybe we'll do something about it. But whatever. They want me to drive. They want me to do a 2.5 hour detour just so I can bring the truck in, so I can swap it out with a different truck for that. And I mean, whatever. You guys are paying me. You guys are paying me. These are your trucks. I'll do what you want me to do with them. But I'm like, can we just reschedule that? Fucking up my zone, my everything I got going on. But guess what? I fucking blew out my fucking cock. I blew my cock out of my pants. Literally, it's hanging out of my pants right now. Like, there's a giant hole. I jumped up into the truck on one of these times, and now I look like I have my guts are spilling out of my fucking crotch right now. In my underwear. I'm wearing red underwear too, if you guys wanted to know that. It just looks like a fucking glob of fucking. Looks bad. But I know it's not bad. It's just the pants are ripped right now. But the lady at the checkout at the hotel, she did gasp a little bit. And I'm like, yeah, blew out the pants. Sorry. Thanks for the fucking sausages and the coffee. Other than that, yeah, last night I did take a little bit of a detour. They have a lot of different roads shut down where I'm headed, and I wanted to go through a little town where I know there's a truck stop, and that's where because I was getting low on fuel, that's where I was planning on going. And I was like, I'm gonna go through that little town, but the GPS kept rerouting me a different way to go through a town that doesn't have a truck stop. And I'm like, that's not good. I mean, I could probably make it, but I don't like being that low on fuel, especially when I don't know how long they're going to make me sit there and wait at the place. So and it said it was like a minute faster if I took this other road. So I hopped on that road, and I'm driving. I'm going through fields and shit. It's basically a dirt road, but I'm literally driving through fucking fields and shit. And then it says no commercial trucks through here. Like, in the middle of it, wasn't at the turn. It wasn't it was like, huh? Well, you can't just put a sign up right here. You should have put it way the fuck back there, you dummies. And there was nowhere for me to turn around, so I just had to keep going. And I ended up passing another one, but there was still nowhere to really turn around safely with a fully loaded tanker. So I ended up running through that no commercial zone. But listen, it was a no commercial zone, but it wasn't a no truck zone. There were cattle haulers and other tanker trucks driving that route, but they're local to the area. So it's like, I can drive this way. They just don't like me to do it. So it's not like I was on going over bridges that weren't rated for me or whatever. It was like, no, we have other trucks coming through here, but we don't want it clogged up with fucking interstate traffic trying to scoot around over here. So, but anyways, I did that. I was fucking puckered up, wondering if I was gonna be rolling through and then see a trooper and then then get in trouble, And what were they gonna do? Say, turn around? It's like, all right, where, bud? You want where should I turn around this fucking semi truck? You know, I if you want me to turn around, I got to go all the way out of the fucking no commercial zone, turn around, and then drive all the way back through the commercial zone if you want me to turn around. But I don't know. I didn't. None of that happened, so we're good. I didn't even need to bring it up to you guys. But hey, listen. If you're a truck driver, you've been on a no truck route before, and sometimes you just gotta say fuck it. Um, there are a lot of them that are like no trucks, but then there's a moving truck driving through there, or there's a fucking garbage truck, or something. There's something driving through there that's not supposed to be over there. And it's like there's a school bus driving through, and honestly, I'm not really that much taller than a school bus. I don't have a high. I think I'm like 12 foot, right at under 12 foot. I'm not very tall. Not very tall at all. I don't have anything. The antennas sticking off of my mirrors are taller than anything. Ugh. The horns on the top of my truck are taller than everything else, and that ain't very tall. I don't have an aero kit on here. I don't have any of that bullshit. So, anyways, and we do emergency services and shit, so it's honestly not that big of a deal. We do have trucks that are too tall, but whatever. I don't know. Just saying, if a truck driver tells you I've never been on a no truck route, he's either telling you the truth or he's lying. And if he's telling you the truth, he ain't much of a trucker. I'll tell you that right now. Everybody's had to go on some no truck routes before. And yeah, I've used my Jake brake in no Jake brake zones. Fuck them. Fuck that. I use that motherfucker. I mean, obviously mine is muffled. It really isn't loud. It's not any louder than the fucking fan turning on, really. But yeah, I use my Jake brake in no Jake brake zones all the time on purpose. Like, no engine brake. Engine brake prohibited. Fuck you! Fuck off. I don't give a shit. Damn. This Enterprise rented truck is like, actually, you don't get to pass me. Okay. I see you. I see you. I don't know how the hell I caught up to you this whole way. But okay, you're gonna step on it a little bit more. He's like, this tanker truck's about to pass us. Floor it, Jimmy! Floor it! Why have you not been flooring it the whole time? Now I'm behind you, and you're going to get lazy, and you're going to let off the throttle a little bit, and then I'm going to have to try to pass you again, motherfucker. Sorry, we had to take a little break right there. But anyways, we're rolling through Kansas. The storms last night, they looked like they were pretty severe. Luckily, my family and everybody, even old Luke, they're all safe. I called all of them just to make sure they're weather aware. Luke was not weather aware, I'll tell you that right now. I was like, hey, buddy. He's like, what's up? I was like, what you doing? He's like, oh, just hanging out. I was like, you ready for the storm to get wild? He's like, no, it's fine out. I'm like, buddy. But then he turned on all the stuff. I guess I don't know. Maybe he was watching. I don't know. But he was after everything passed. He was like, that was anticlimactic. I'm like, yeah, yeah, yeah. But he did appreciate that I called him. That was cool. And I don't know. I guess I fuck you, Enterprise. You're a piece of fucking shit, dude. We're going 74. I keep trying to pass your ass. God damn it. We're going 72. What is going on with you, boy? I'm gonna have to wait to get till I get to the Flint Hills to pass this motherfucker. I'm going 71. I don't want to ride your fucking ass. God damn it. Anyways, I'm gonna pause this and we will be back later. Welcome back. We're ready to. We got some shit to talk about. That's for sure. Let me wipe off my dash real quick. Oh yeah, now I can see the gauges. I'm in a different truck now. I got to the yard. Well, I got to the yard at like 10:30. It's noon now. I've been kind of hanging out, just shooting the shit. It's really gonna. The only thing that would fuck me is if I really wanted to get that Swiss or that mushroom and Swiss sandwich, because they closed down at 8, I think. I think I'll still try to get there. They got some other shit I could eat, even if the grill is shut down. Maybe I'll try to order ahead or something. I don't know. But anyways, no, there's been some shit going on. There's been some shit going on. My drive went wonderful. No issues. There was a little bit of traffic, a little bit of road work, but nothing crazy enough to really care about. Got to the yard. Well, before I got to the yard, I was on the phone with what's his name, Hunter, and I was just going through some of the like what other people at our company are doing today, just looking to see what everybody's got going on. And I noticed that there's only like 2 driving jobs going on today, and it's me and Hunter. He's running up to Iowa. I'm running down to Oklahoma. Everybody else, it looks like everybody else is having a really shit day. So I got that. That's pretty good for me, I guess. I don't know. It's not good that everybody else is having a shit day, but I'm glad to be on the job that I'm on, so I don't have to deal with that other shit going on. Whatever. But anyways, I noticed that one of our drivers that hauls trash down to Tulsa every day, they switched him to go to a different city in Missouri, a lot shorter distance, a lot shorter than Tulsa. So I gave him a call and I was like, "Hey man, what's going on?" Like, I don't know. I just like to get information, and that's all I'm calling for. I don't really care that much. But I was like, "Hey, I saw that you're going to Harrisonville today." He's like, "Well, I was." I was like, "Oh, you headed back to the shop now?" He's like, "No, no, no, no. I'm in the hospital." I'm like, "In the hospital?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh, I thought you were working today." He's like, "Oh, I was working, and now I'm in the hospital." I'm like, "Oh, you got hurt?" He's like, "Yeah, I got hurt on the job." I was like, "Oh shit, what happened, bud?" So he was running our trash trailer, our push out trailer. It's like a compactor trailer or whatever, and it's 40 foot long, and it's got a big blade that about 8 foot tall blade or whatever, 8 foot tall, 8 foot wide, and you push all the trash into this trash trailer with a compactor, and then whenever you get to your offload place, you open up the back door, and it's got a big hydraulic cylinder, and you hook up the PTO of the truck, and you push the compactor, and it pushes that big blade with all the trash out the back. And apparently he was operating it. I don't know how he was exactly operating it. Yeah, we're stopping for the train. Okay. Um, I don't know. He was operating it. When I called him, I was talking to him, and he said one of the hydraulic seals blew out and hit him in the leg, and also hit him in the hard hat. So I mean, that's true because it came from him. But I just don't understand because if you're operating that trailer, you're standing on the driver's side front end of the trailer, and that's where the lever is. The little lever that you use to run the hydraulic cylinder. You push it up and it comes in, and you push it down and it goes out. And usually, because I've ran that trailer hundreds of times, uh, by this point he's probably ran it more than me because I don't do that job anymore. I haven't ran that trailer in a while. But we used to take it to a local landfill, and that's how we would just dump it out there. Now we take it down to Tulsa. There's some sort of a tax break or whatever for the company that we haul the trash for, and it's worth $600 worth of diesel. Well, $1,200 worth of diesel. Well, yeah, the price of fuel has gone up. So it's probably like $1,600, pretty much a little less than that. Probably a lot less than that. But if I'm using my, just generic math, it's $1,600 a day in fuel to drive that trash all the way down to Tulsa, and somehow the tax break is worth it. I guess the penalties are probably not worth it, or where they get penalized if they just dump trash in the regular old landfill. This landfill down in Tulsa, they burn it, and for their power plant or something, I don't know. They burn it for fuel. I don't know. Anyways, those places are shut down. So that's why he was going to a different local landfill that I guess also burns trash for fuel. I don't know. I don't really know, man. But anyways, the way you operate that trailer is right there at the front driver's side of that trailer. After you hook up your hydraulic lines, which are like along the catwalk of the trailer, and you push that lever down and you look around the corner of the trailer because the blade is right there, and you can watch the blade just push everything out. And you want to watch it, especially near the end, so you're not deadheading the cylinder or whatever. I'm sure there's some sort of a safety mechanism to where you can't deadhead it too much or whatever. But anyways, these trailers were built for us to haul them. But they did not ask us any of our input, because what they should have done when they built these trailers is said, hey, what kind of tractors are you using? Do you have an auxiliary hydraulic fuel tank or hydraulic fluid tank on your tractor? And they weren't sure if we did or not, so they put an auxiliary tank on the top of this trailer, because whenever you're running hydraulics, it's got to be able to recirculate, and a big cylinder, whenever it's all the way closed up, there's no hydraulic fluid in it, and you got to fill that fucking thing up with hydraulic fluid. So anyways, to operate that, you hook up the lines and you stand there and you push the lever down. Had something gone wrong, exploded, or broke apart, it would be under immense hydraulic pressure, like a whole fuckload of hydraulic pressure. And if it was one of those cap seals on the back of the pistons or whatever, or the hydraulic rams, because I think it's a 5-stage RAM that goes, and the first one's like 14-inch, the next one's like 10-inch, next one's I don't know 6, I don't know, but it stages up and down. Coming over, fuckos. Um, if one of those caps, I mean, it would have to be crazy for one of those caps to break. Um, I mean, they do have rubber seals in them also, but I don't know. Now, what would be more likely would be the hydraulic lines hooked up to the trailer, because they get a little bit beat up. They've been used for years. Um, maybe one of those hydraulic lines coming from the tractor blew apart. I'm not sure. Or he didn't have the hydraulic line fully connected, and it just got blow and blew off. But I don't understand how it got his leg. Makes no sense how it hit his leg, because you can't really stand on the catwalk and operate the machine. You really it's best to stand right next to the trailer and peek your head around. And I mean, honestly, I have had that thought of something exploding just because it sounds so fucking bad. The PTO of the truck, we've ran a lot of PTOs out of trucks because of these trailers. Uh, it's just not really what we have isn't exactly built for doing this, I guess. I don't know. But I mean, like in dumps and stuff, they have some that have those big ass hydraulic cylinders on them, and they got to lift the trash up. This has just got to push the trash out. So it's not really. I mean, it is pushing a lot of weight, but if the back door's open and it's just pushing it out, it shouldn't be under a whole lot of pressure. But you have to have a pretty heavy duty fucking system to do it. Anyways, I don't know, man. It hit his leg. He might have a fractured leg, and he said it hit his hard hat too. But he was talking. He was happy. I mean, not happy, but he was talking. He was in decent spirits. I don't know if maybe he's like, this is my ticket out of this fucking place. It might be his fucking ticket out. But anyways, I was at the shop. I had to go through. We have like a booklet of all of our permits and documents and everything, and half of those motherfuckers were expired in this different truck that I had to grab. So I had to go through and look for all the permits for the new book, and then it didn't have any of the hazardous books in it. I need to have all three my hazardous books in there, and so it took me a little while. I got new jeans, brothers. They gave me some brand. I don't know where I was. I just got a spam phone call. Uh, uh, Brand new jeans, buds. I slipped a pair on. Every time I get a new pair of jeans, or just even some pair of jeans that I pick it up. I'm like, am I gonna fit in these? I do. I do fit in them, but they look so small. I don't even know what size I wear, but I went to, because my brother works with me, and we have a similar name, and I was looking through his jeans on accident first, and I was like, 3230. That doesn't, or no, I was looking at somebody else's, totally somebody else's jeans, and I was like, these are not gonna work. Anyways, yep. So a guy got injured on the job, and I guess that was early this morning, around 7:30, 8 o'clock. Not good. Hopefully he'll be all right. But if he doesn't come back, that's going to be a good bargaining chip for me, because he is one of the three we have four now. We have four hazmat drivers. One of them has never done anything hazmat related whatsoever. So they're not really. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they'll stick him out there and see if he's all right. I don't know. But we had three. We finally got a fourth one. We hadn't really trained him all that well yet, and we just lost one for at least a couple of days. You would think. Um, at a pretty dire time. We got a lot of shit going on. I mean, we're booked up. So, and I'm on call this weekend. Hooray! I was kind of worried that I was gonna, because my wife was really worried. She's like, "You need to be able to be here on Sunday." I'm like, "Okay." I mean, I'm not gonna take my full on call off just for a potential call out on Sunday. I think I'll be fine. And luckily, the way it looks is it will be fine. I'll be going to doing a confined space rescue at the car wash, at a car wash for a vehicle manufacturer local here in Kansas City. They wash all of their pickups and their transit vans before they go out to dealers. So, and they want to keep their wash pits clean and running right. They have big pumps in there. I mean, they hold a fuckload of water. I don't know what they're doing. They got a lot of water in there, and I don't know if they recycle the water. I don't know. But they have these giant pits down below, and they got to drain them out, and then get all the gunk picked up and residue and shit cleaned up, and all me and the other guy are supposed to do is watch. Just be there and watch. Watch somebody else hop in the hole, make sure he's safe, and document air measurements and whatnot. I feel like I'm a pretty important person when I do that job. I'm like, I'm not doing any of that fucking work. I'm sitting here, I'm doing the paperwork. It's our only job that's like that, or at least that I would be involved with. The air conditioning on this truck is not that great. I shut off the heater core. It's one thing I've been doing with all the different trucks that I've been running. Every time I grab a new truck, I open that hood, I turn off that fucking heater core. Just a nice little valve. You just twist it off and boom. Now you ain't got hot coolant running through your dash. There's a lady at work while I was sitting there doing all my paperwork, trying to get my new papers for my book or whatever. She offered me a sandwich, and I declined. She's like, "I don't have cooties. You can have some of my sandwich." I said, "Nah." I feel like she had cooties. I feel like somebody with cooties would say, "No, I don't have cooties." I'm just kidding. She was probably fine. She's an office lady. She's like, I'm not that hungry. She's probably on that Ozempic or something. It looked like a good burger, but I was like, I'm not about to. Nah, lady. I'll be fine. Maybe I'm making steps to be a good person now. I'm turning down food. I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, another shout out that I wanted to do is in collaboration with Vanderheiden Designs and 10 for 10, the rock band, hard rock. They are on tour right now. And I don't know all of the details, so you're going to have to go over to Vanderheiden Design on Facebook or on Spotify, or Three Wheeled Bicycle Podcast is the podcast associated with him. Go to the podcast Three Wheel Bicycle, or go to Vanderheiden Design on Facebook, or go to 10 for 10, the number 10 letters FOU joke FOUR, and then the letters 10. Search 10 for 10. They are on tour right now, and they are doing a scavenger hunt giveaway, which I think is such a cool idea. I'm really glad to see them going out there and keeping things exciting, getting a lot of fans involved. If you get a photo with the band at one of the shows, uh, that you get extra points in the scavenger hunt. They have a special hoodie that is hidden in some of their posts and whatnot. So go check it out. Looks like we got some traffic up ahead. Jesus. Always some traffic. The guy behind me is on board with the traffic. That's good. I don't need you fucking bumping me. Yeah, it's a really cool thing that they're doing. And I don't know how long it's going. You're going to have to go to 10 for 10 or Vanderheiden Designs to see their tour schedule. I believe they're doing a Midwest tour, so maybe they're coming near you. Check it out. And man, that 10 for 10 group, they have they have done some crazy fucking shit. I watched the one dude. I think he was playing guitar, or maybe the drummer. They were inside of a motorcycle deal, a motorcycle ball. The motorcycle's riding around and he's inside playing the guitar. Fucking insane. Go to 10 for 10's YouTube link for all of their music videos and whatnot. They're pretty fucking cool ass guys, and they've done several podcasts with Stevie V, which is wonderful. I've always enjoyed listening to them talk about everything that they got going on. We are at a fucking stop, dude. Not good. I'm gonna need to get over eventually. Oh, this guy's gonna let me over. Man, oh man. What else is going on? Go to HW Cluster Repair for all of your cluster needs. He's also doing sewing now, but he's not advertising that yet. He wants to get some more practice in. He's been getting better and better every single time. Old Hunter. Uh, he just did his dining room chairs. I thought those looked really nice. We talked about, he's like, I think I want to do diamond stitching on my dining room chairs. I said, what if you spill spaghetti on your chair? And you got spaghetti sauce all in all those fucking diamonds, staining your fucking threads and shit, dude. He's like, hey, you got a good point there. I'm like, you got to think about these things. I got kids. You don't have kids. You don't know about this. Um, But yeah, he has still been working on the clusters. He wants to slow down on the clusters, but I think that's just because he hasn't been doing a whole lot of business lately. So maybe if you guys need any electronic thing done, you can probably talk to old HW Cluster Repair. He can help you out with all kinds of different things. The worst he can say is "fuck off, you dumbass loser." I'm not doing that for you, you idiot. That's the worst he can say. If you have any idea in your head and you're like, oh yeah, I wonder if HW Cluster Repair could do this, message him on Facebook. Worst he can say is, jump off a bridge and die. You stupid motherfucker, I would never do that for you. That's the worst he can do. And these are all words. Remember to back in the day, whenever they're like, I'm rubber, you're glue, my face and your ass or whatever. I don't know. They said some shit. They said some, words don't hurt, rocks do, or something. Words can't hurt you. Only, I don't know. I don't know what the saying is. But anyways, yeah, go check out Vanderheiden Design 3-wheeled bicycle podcast. He's out here putting out episodes. Check out the old Canadian motherfuckers up there. We got Chris, Jay, Mike. They're up there doing that. They are always recording, always having some good shit to talk about. Truck related, not truck related. Sam Squatch related. I don't know. Mainly, like they usually just talk about poutine and mooses. What's a group of moose called? Mooses or meese? Mooses. I don't know. You're gonna have to ask the Canadians. They're up there doing their thing. They're out there having a good time, driving in ice and whatnot. I'm sitting in 88-degree Fahrenheit. There's Celsius up there, so I got to specify Fahrenheit for them. No, actually, they don't really talk about poutine all that much, but I have asked them about poutine because you can get poutine at McDonald's in Canada. Isn't that fucking crazy? And I was telling them, I was like, if they decided to offer the Canadian menu in the States, people would lose their fucking minds. And he's like, what? I'm like, poutine? If you come out with us with some French fucking nothing, something, that people are gonna go, they're gonna be like, I'm going to get the McDonald's Grimace poutine. I'm gonna get the green Grimace poutine or the purple poutine. Well, I don't know. They could do something like that. They add a little bit of cancerous food coloring to it, and Americans will love it. What's going on with the war? I don't know. I don't think anybody knows what's going on with the war. I think that's the strategy, is to just randomly bomb places. Just throw some bombs. They're doing no-look, half-court shots with fucking Tomahawk missiles. They're just launching them motherfuckers, and it's just kind of like a bad game of tag. I don't know. The Hormuz, the Strait of Hormuz. They're like, don't you dare shut it down. And then they're like, oh, it's actually our idea to shut it down. I don't fucking know, dude. I don't know. War is what is it good for? Absolutely nothing. And high gas prices, apparently. They're fucking some shit up, dude. These fucking road crews nowadays. What is going on with the road crews nowadays? They don't know how to make a smooth road anymore. All these newer cars coming with all these like upgraded shocks and everything. It's because you have to. These roads are fucking crazy. They're like magnetic ride. You need magnetic ride to drive in Kansas City. You need the smoothest riding vehicle to drive through Kansas City. They're just fucked up, man. Every time they fix a road around here, it just is worse. I'd rather hit the pothole than the fucking speed bump you put in. Jesus. Oh, man. I stopped by the shop and I didn't even go to look at my dirt bike. Can you believe it? I feel like I should have went to go look at my dirt bike, just to look at it. Just to give her a good old gander, check it out. Make sure she's doing good. She's a happy bike. She's a happy dirt bike. We got more storms coming our way. I don't know when they're supposed to come, but I feel like everywhere I'm going to be is going to be a tornado watch at some point in time. Right now, it's really nice. It's a really nice day out here. It's so nice. I wish I was on a boat. I I wish it's a nice day. I wish I was on a jet ski. That's how nice of a day it is. I wish I was drunk on a pontoon boat. I would be. I mean, it's even nice enough to be drunk on a canoe on the river. Today is such a nice day that it would be great to go ride around. Because it rained last night. It's been drying all day. That means it's not going to be very dusty out on the trails and whatnot. It would be a good time, and it would add another element of surprise to off-roading is when you hit a mud puddle. I want to get muddy. It's such a nice day. I wish I could just roll around in a big old mud puddle. I cannot tell. Is there a car next to me? And if there is, why are you there? Why are you hanging out right beside my fucking truck? There actually is no car next to me. We are headed to go get loaded. We got the new tractor. I cleaned it out, made sure it's all good to go. It's full of fuel. We're going to run over here to a power plant, slip in there, load up with some fucking bullshit waste, and get the fuck out of there and head down to Alva, Oklahoma. I also need to book my hotel. I usually wait until I get loaded just to be sure that's what I'm going to be doing today. But it's 12:30. I feel like I might need to book it a little sooner than that. You don't want the Holiday Inn to be all booked up. You don't want to be staying at the Comfort Inn. And I refuse to stay at the Days Inn. I will sleep in my fucking truck before I go stay at the Days Inn. Sleeping in the truck actually wouldn't be such a bad deal. I don't want to park in the grass. I guess it doesn't matter if I park in the grass or not. But there's a lot of ant hills, red ants, ant hills all over the place down there in Oklahoma. And I honestly am kind of waiting for them to just infiltrate my truck and then bite me while I'm driving down the road. Like getting covered in ants while you're driving down the road. I feel like I could stop in time. Unless I start with my eyeballs. They start biting my eyeballs? Oh, God. Not good. I do not want to get attacked by ants. Sounds like a bad time. I do have a new... I always bring these up. I probably should stop bringing them up, but I have a new interview. I'm pretty excited about this one. I'm going to go in on Thursday morning. I don't know if I'm going to just abandon all the other interviews that I decided to go do. Or at least call and cancel them or whatever. But I don't know how many I said I would go do. That's a bad thing that I did there. I should have wrote some shit down. Interview with these people, because they're all mixing together. There's so many places that I've applied for. I can't remember which ones I've agreed to do an interview for. But I know I told them all Thursday morning. which is not a good idea. I was like, maybe I can hit them all. I don't know how long the interviews are going to be. One of them, I don't think I even want to go do. I think I decided that's not going to be enough money. But I have a new interview coming up that I am definitely going to go hit up, and I'll be hauling non-hazardous liquid waste with the tanker truck. And I have a buddy that works at the place, and he said he kind of runs the shit a little bit, or he's like one of the supervisors or something. I don't know. But he said that he could keep me busy for 70 hours if I wanted a week. And he would pay me basically the same that I'm getting right now. And that would be home every night. And no weekends. No on call. None of it. I would get a Saturday and a Sunday off every week. I'd be home every night and work as much as I possibly can. I mean, honestly, yeah, there would be no time to work on the weekends if I'm putting in 70 hours during the week. Honestly, that's like 20 hours more than I'm doing now. I'm doing about 55. I can't, honestly, just to be honest here, I don't remember the last time I hit a 60-hour a week. It was last year. If you think you're going to pass me, you are mistaken. There we go. That's right. Get on back there, dummies. So this intersection right here, not intersection, but just highway, the way they did it, it was 2 lanes, 2 exit lanes, and then about a mile down the road, the left lane ended and the right lane continued. So everybody had to merge from the left lane to the right lane to take a single lane exit onto another highway. And they changed that a couple months ago. They changed it to where it's just both lanes merge. You're gonna have to figure it out. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I liked it the way it was before. I honestly didn't even like it the way it was before. I think they should have made people merge beforehand. Everybody needs to merge into one lane. I mean, I don't know. Just make it earlier rather than all the way up to the bottleneck. Make everybody merge earlier. Leave a wide shoulder in case something does get hairy. But make people merge earlier, and I think it would make traffic work a little bit better. This way is just kind of like crazy. You're driving next to somebody else, and it's like, I'm a little bit ahead of you. No, now you're a little bit ahead of me. Oh fuck, who needs to merge? We both merge. But if you're right next door to each other, one of you's got to slam on your brakes, and the other one's got to slam on the throttle. And if you both hit the brakes, or you both hit the throttle, you got 2 stubborn motherfuckers next to each other, and usually the people in the left lane are the stubborn ones, the more stubborn ones, because they think, everybody knows if your 2 lanes are driving, and they're merging into one lane, the right lane is the one that should be, is more dominant. And you got people in the left lane that late down the road, they are like, my road, I'm gonna pass everybody. Tell you what, this chewing tobacco is done for. I need to swap out. I should have eaten lunch by now. I should have eaten that lady's burger from my work. But then I don't want her walking around saying, hey, guess what? Old Kletus ate my burger yesterday. It just sounds too sexual. And I don't want people thinking that I'll just eat anybody's burger. Some lady at work, probably on Ozempic, so you can imagine what I'm kind of talking about here. A lady on Ozempic at work wants to brag that Cletus ate her burger. Not I don't need to be known as the burger eater. Oh my gosh, my wife is blowing up my phone with text messages. What is going on? What are you doing here, little 40? What are you doing? You came in from the fast lane. That was one hell of a move you did there. We got a green truck behind me. I wonder which lane he's taking. Sunbelt. Oh, the new Chick-fil-A is opened up over here. Wonderful. And it's such a weird spot. Like there has been, I've lived over in this area most of my life, and there's this one area where a business. There's always been this building, and it used to be a wedding dress place, and they went under. And then it was the DMV for a little bit, and then they didn't. I don't know how the DMV went out of business there. Everybody's got to go there, you know. But anyways, the DMV didn't last long there. There were some other places. There was a little restaurant, I think, and then it's just a horrible location. And Chick-fil-A said, you know what, we're gonna take it. So now there's a Chick-fil-A there, and I mean they are packed. They're packed in there. Maybe that'll be a good spot for a Chick-fil-A. I don't know. But it's really weird. I drove right past it and I didn't even notice it. Really. And they got big signs, you know. Oh boy, yeah, you ain't got it. You ain't got it, bud. I'm faster than you. T880, bitch. T880. You ain't beating me. That's one thing I might need to keep an eye on is one of these other businesses that I decide to go work for. What kind of trucks y'all got? I hope they're good trucks, you know. Maybe if y'all get some new trucks, maybe I'll apply. Hmm. Honestly, I think a lot of these places they're hiring. I don't know, man. I just feel like my resume looks really fucking good, and it's a little bit shocking how little. I don't know. I guess I've gotten a decent response out of people. And I've had other people, you know, other businesses, they reach out to me. But even some of those, like, they reach out to me and I send them a message. I'm like, they're like, I think you could be a good candidate. I'm like, yeah, that's great. I would like to interview. What can you call me? Can you talk to me? And they just ghost me, dude. And it's like I don't know if it's the Indeed app because most of the places that I've messed with on the Indeed app, they always make you apply somewhere else. It's like, what the fuck am I doing on Indeed then? How about you integrate with Indeed and I mean just work with them? I don't know because my resume looks pretty fucking good. I mean, a solid 4.5 years of running vast amount of equipment and currently working there. And then a delivery driver for lumber on a Class A, even though I ran a Class B most of the time, but I got paid as a Class A. And I did have to run a Class A sometimes, but I mainly ran a Class B, 10-speed Mac. But, yeah, I'm fine doing deliveries sometimes. A lot of these, they're reefer companies. They have like a refrigerated truck and they deliver cold food to places. And I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that. I've seen those guys. They got I don't know. Like, I don't know. It probably wouldn't be that bad. Just take the cold shit off the truck and put it in the store and say, adios, I'm out of here. But there was one of them I saw, there was 4 guys in one truck. There were 2 guys hanging out in the sleeper, and there were 2 guys up front in the seats. And they pulled into a little gas station, and they all 4 got out and started unloading the truck. And I'm like, what are you fuckers doing in there? How are all? I don't want to be in a truck with 4 motherfuckers all day, every day, all day long. That sounds like a bad time. And I don't know. I have been fighting the sleeper cab just because that usually means you're over the road, and I don't want to be gone from my house for that long. But like if my company gave me a sleeper cab and decided, all right, here's your per diem, and we're going to give you extra since you don't need to sleep in a hotel, I would be fine with sleeping in a sleeper cab because I would drive. I would get all the groceries and bullshit that I need. I'd have a mini fridge. I'd have my bed and everything, and I'd be the only one sleeping in it. And then I would drive to my location and just park there and wake up in the morning and go offload. Like, I wouldn't mind being in a sleeper cab. You're also adding a lot of weight, which takes away from your load. You can't haul as much with a sleeper cab because it weighs a lot more. So I don't know. I've been in a sleeper cab before. I've never ran a sleeper cab before. I've never, ever driven a sleeper cab. And maybe that is something that I'm not a real trucker for because I've never ran a sleeper cab. And I like having a rear window. I use my mirrors. I can back up with my mirrors and refuse to look in the back window. But it's kind of like if it's a tool that you have, not using it would be dumb, you know? So, yeah, I use my window because it's available to me. And it makes things a little easier to back up. But there are some trucks we have that don't have a rear window, and I'm perfectly fine running those too. Um, I don't know. I feel like if I was in a sleeper cab, my chair would be reclined way more. I would be G riding this motherfucker. I don't know. I don't know, but anyways, I've been on this for long enough. Oh, there's a weird thing going on with Spotify right now for me. Maybe just me, I don't know, but it's like I tried to upload yesterday's episode 5 times. I uploaded it, I saved it, and then it disappeared. And still to this day, it's not showing up Oh, it is showing up. Okay. Thank you for listening to 515. I passed. I don't know if I have any comments on that one. Probably not. Old Jay, Canadian fellow. He sent me a little message here. Thank you for being on Broken Wing Nuts last week. Yes. There we go. A little heart for you. Spark Plug. Who is Spark Plug? I think that is Stevie. Yeah, that's Stevie. He said, I can't believe you would listen to that garbage Gilbert. Brantley Gilbert is who he's talking about. And I laughed at his message. Yeah, I don't. I don't listen to like any new country. There's even some new country coming out now that kind of sounds old, but it's not, and I'm still not getting into it. There are a few new artists that I do really enjoy, country artists. Zach Top is one of the best. He's Alan Jackson reborn, and Alan Jackson's still alive. So it's cool. We got both of them. Um, we got a couple other newer guys that have come out that I'm a fan of. But if it's new pop country and bro country and whatnot, no, I'm not. I might talk nice about it, but it's not going to be on my playlist. Um, and I don't know. There's something about '90s country that is just beautiful, and I love it. I do. I do. I love it. I love '90s country. I love '80s country, '70s country, '60s. You're getting a little far out there, but I do. I will listen to some of that, and even older Hank Williams Sr., Hank Williams Jr., the Outlaw days. Then you got the '90s. The '90s, those were pretty good too. And then even a couple of 2000 songs, just because honestly I don't know if they're really good songs or not, but they just I was running around listening to country music a lot in the 2000s in my truck, and a lot of those songs just bring me back to a different time, and it's nice to listen to those, even though it's something that maybe I wouldn't. If it was a new song, I wouldn't listen to it today. But since I grew up with them, they kind of have a special place, and I like to listen to them. But honestly, I've been on '70s rock, '70s, and even '80s classic rock is where I've been living for a long time. I just love it, love it, love it, love it. I got into the Beatles a little bit more. I mean, I've always loved the Beatles. Uh, Even though somebody called me gay for liking them once, I still like the Beatles. I don't. You can talk all the shit you want about the Beatles. They're pretty fucking good. Okay, like, and you don't have to take my word for it. They are just known to be a really good rock band, and I like their music a lot. Um, Led Zeppelin's good. Oh, let's talk about Creed. I mean, Creed is fucking amazing. And I've always liked Creed. I feel like there is a new resurgence of people. They're like, oh, yeah, I like Creed or whatever. It's like, no, I mean, I've always liked Creed. And Nickelback, I don't know how Nickelback got caught up into a cringe deal or whatever. I mean, I think it is funny whenever they're like, look at this photograph, or whatever. There's memes and shit going on. But I mean, I got down to Nickelback back in the day. I mean, I was also into a lot harder stuff, but I still liked a little bit of Nickelback here and there, and Creed and whatnot. I mean, I've liked a lot of genres, rap, R&B, and soul, and all that stuff. I haven't really been into that stuff a whole lot. Tech Nine is a local guy. He still lives out here. You'll still see his cars and vans running around. He Lee Summit, Missouri. He owns a lot of property in Lee Summit, Missouri. Um, he's got like a whole compound set up. I've had my car washed with my children in the back at his car wash. Tech Nine's the wash. It's a touchless car wash. It's a decent car wash. It's got cool lights and shit. I just wish they would play his music when you're in there. When you go in there, like you go into the wash, like his music's playing or something. I feel like he missed out on. He's missing something there. You should play music when you're going to the wash. But then I guess like influence and stuff wouldn't be able to like make videos and shit about it if his songs are playing. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. I've liked some rap and whatnot. Um, and if I do like rap, it's older stuff. The new stuff, I don't know what the fuck is going on. People are spitting rhymes in rap and whatnot. I'm like, I don't know what I'm listening to here. Uh, it makes me want to just roll in the grass, like not in a good way. I feel like I'm on fire sometimes. When I listen to some of that rap, I just want to find some grass and roll around in it, and maybe like I don't know, eat some dirt. I don't know, man. I'm just telling you how I feel, and I'm sorry if that offends you, but some of this newer rap stuff makes me want to just eat dirt. And I don't want to eat dirt, so I just don't listen to it. Some of it is a little catchy here and there, but I mean, I'm not. I do listen to rap. I have listened to rap. Let's go ahead and mark that up. I have listened to rap. Mm-hmm. Anyways, we're gonna end this. This has gone on for a long time. Adios. Keep all 18 down. We're gonna talk to you later. Bye bye.